Our first speaker is Philippa Moss, and she is a research student at Bucks University, and her research title, her thesis, is Connecting Furniture Education and Enterprise. A complete coincidence, but very useful for this occasion. How could the British furniture industry benefit from increased collaboration and communication? A brilliant subject. She won a bursary from the Furniture Makers Company of £5,000 to carry out this work, and she will finish that in January 2016. I think you will find that our bursary has been well spent. Philippa. Yeah.
Hello. Charles is just exclaiming, that much? Yes, yes, that much. It's important. Obviously, I'm Philippa Moss. I actually didn't study furniture when I left school. I studied geology. I have a degree and a master's in geology, and I completed that before I realised that, in fact, when I was 6 and I thought I wanted to be a carpenter, I was right back then. My parents bought me my first toolkit when I was 6, and I should have stuck to it. But I think because I didn't know the opportunities, I sort of lost touch with it. So what should we do to address the issues that have been raised by the report and that have been explained to you today? My research has allowed me to analyse a lot of information. I've been going around the country talking to educators and talking to industry, and really trying to get to the depths of what's happening and why things feel so out of control and unprepared, and why everybody is struggling so much. And it's allowed me to suggest 3 proposals from my thesis, which is firstly that we need to create a British furniture education network that encompasses everybody. And secondly, that we need an online furniture community that's open to all of those people as the education network, and also to industry, to communicate and collaborate. And third is, as everybody keeps saying, more schools and community projects, so to encourage more participation in the projects that already exist, like Make It, and like Chris Heyde was saying with the Sorrel Foundation Saturday Club, and also develop more projects, more things for people to be encouraged to enjoy. So I think that the British Furniture Education Network should include everybody, so schools, colleges, universities, charities and organisations, the industry, and also the training providers, obviously, so that everybody can come together and share resources and communicate with each other, so that best practice can be shared easily, and so that we can make sure that we're providing the industry with the employees that it needs, and also providing the students with the support and the information that they need, and also having a cohesive force, should we say, to promote the education and promote the industry as we move forward. The online furniture community can be used as a platform for the network, the education network, so that you can advertise work experience placements, vacancies, training and education, and all sorts of opportunities like competitions, and give real careers advice in forums, so live careers advice to people, and also so that when you search on Google for, I want to be part of the furniture industry or working as a furniture maker, we can Google optimize that website so that it pops up straight away and offers people who are searching the internet that information right there, easily accessible. And for the educators, the forums could allow them to not just share best practice, but also share resources and information and advertise their courses. And for the industry, they can display news and events that will be easily accessible by the students so that they feel more a part of the industry immediately when they come in to join education and training. And also to promote the industry as a whole and communicate with, like, the British Furniture Confederation to lobby the government on important issues about education and everything else. And my final proposal is that we need more school and community projects, and I add community into that because I think that getting into communities is just as important as getting into schools, because some young people find school quite difficult, and perhaps they're in a club on a Saturday or something that we could access that would be more enjoyable for them, to encourage them to join the industry and to find in furniture and innovation and design exciting, and to encourage that early interest in other environments, not just schools, so it's easier for them to access. I've also been first-hand experience of course closures and redundancies, which has been really difficult. It's part of the reason why my focus has become so much on education. Studying at BNU, my tutor left in June, and with her, all of her added value and all of her industry connections went with her. And we didn't just lose her, we lost all of that as well. And it's so difficult. I'm lucky enough to be funded by the Furniture Makers Company, so I had that to fall back on, and we still have the tutors that we have at BNU. But a lot of students don't have that network to fall back on. They don't have that funding and that connection, and it makes it all the more difficult when something happens, when they don't have those connections. So if we had an online forum where they could turn to and they had immediately other connections, it wouldn't be so difficult, and you wouldn't be losing people to other areas of employment because they would feel more a part of a community. In conclusion, I decided to actually do something about what I'd been researching. I decided to get out there and start contacting people and seeing whether this British Furniture Education Network might actually work and whether it would be useful to anyone. So I contacted 10 schools in Oxfordshire, just in a really small area, and I got responses from 6, which I thought was quite good, actually. Just based on, I was just telling them about what my research was and a bit about the furniture industry and what we were trying to do. And 4 teachers turned up to a focus group, which is quite a good turnout from 10 schools. And we discussed how they felt about the furniture industry, and we discussed how the network might work for them. And it was really enthusiastic. The response was really excited and enthusiastic, and the teachers are really interested in having CPD courses so that they feel more confident to deliver furniture teaching to their students. They'd love school trips. They would love to take all their students into exciting design studios and furniture manufacturers and show them how it all works and encourage them. They would also like if professionals came into the schools so that it can inspire the students and give them some feedback on their work, and just generally get involved on a real personal, face-to-face engagement level. They're also obviously interested in materials and anything that, equipment and things like that, that can be delivered to the schools to help teach furniture. They've all said, we want to teach it, but we want to know the opportunities for the students so that we can push those, and so that we can have the industry involvement to encourage them to carry on. And I think that local engagement is key to creating something national like a network, that we can join up on an online forum, and to improving the supply of skilled employees to the industry. Thanks very much.